So you're in the market for a rangefinder, and you have heard that Bushnell is the lead name in that game. You go to their website and you see a million different options, and it's not easy to figure out which one is the right rangefinder for you. So let me help a little bit with that process. Straight ahead, we will unbox and take an up-close look at two of their newest options and see if one of these fits your needs. Hi friends, Bill Hobson here. Glad to have you with us as we take an up-close look at two of the newest releases from Bushnell, because quite often you can be overwhelmed in the world of choosing a rangefinder, whether it's for you or as a gift for somebody else. Today we're going to unbox and look closely at the A1 Slope as well as the Tour Hybrid. Now, just as these two boxes are very different in size, so are the contents of these boxes. So let's start with the A1 Slope, and obviously built into the name of it is the word slope, so you know that it has that capacity within the device. But a couple of the key characteristics for this A1 Slope, along with the box being a challenge to open up, are that not only is the slope defaulted to on, that's important to note, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment, but this is one of the smallest, most compact rangefinders I have ever held in my hands before. This thing, you talk about palm of your hand, this would be sort of like the size of an extra large box of Tic Tacs. I mean, that's about it. My hand is not Shaq size. This is a normal size hand. This is a very small device. There's a lot packed into it, but this would probably be more in the starter category for Bushnell than we'll see later in the Tour Hybrid. What are some of the features of this thing? Well, one, the compact size. Number two, it does carry with it the slope capacity. That is not just related to a switch on the side, as we so often see. To turn the slope on and off, you actually cycle through a menu inside this little thing, and so you can conform to the rules of the tournament in which you're playing. Remember, tournaments, by and large, especially if they're USGA sanctioned, do not allow you to have slope activated in your rangefinder. So make sure if you pick up the A1 Slope that you check that first, because there are some tournaments that just aren't going to allow it to be an option. And obviously with the name A1 Slope, well, you're going to have slope in there. This is a very simple device to operate. There really are just a few different controls. Number one, you can rack your focus in here to make sure that the picture is crystal clear. On the top, we've got the blue dot. When you press that button, that's what's going to lock in on the target, whether it's the flag or an obstacle. Maybe you want to see how far it is to that tree off on the right side. This is where you would get all those numbers. This other silver button here on the side or on the top is where you're going to cycle through the menus, make your different selections between yards and meters. This is where the slope is turned on and turned off, and it's a rather simple device to operate. Now, this one by itself does not have the magnetic bite that helps it attach to the side of a golf cart. But good news is that also included in the box is a neoprene protective sleeve for the A1 Slope, and it has the bite built into the side of it. If I had anything here for it to attach to, I would give you that example. But it is very strong magnet, just like you would have built into some of the other devices. So the A1 Slope is the kind of the entry point of the new models for Bushnell. One of the, I think, pieces of good news of the A1 Slope is that it's rechargeable. There is a USB-C port right there, and it comes with that cable. It also comes with a carabiner so that you can keep this attached to your bag if you'd like to have it back there, especially if you're a walking golfer, you want that just hanging off the bag. This is small enough, by the way, that it could easily fit in your back pocket and not be a distraction in any way, shape, or form. So the A1 Slope is rechargeable. It's got the slope on by default, but you can turn it off. And I think its primary draw is its compact size, because this thing really is very, very tiny, very compact, super lightweight. Comes in a good case. This case, like all the others from Bushnell, has with it the, you can keep the zipper undone and clasp it shut, so you don't always have to work on zipping and unzipping it. But that is the A1 Slope in its case, in a nutshell. And again, this is kind of on the entry point level price-wise for Bushnell. Make sure you check out the description below for a link that can help you save a few dollars on all these things. And then we make our way over to the other side of the showroom floor, so to speak. This is the Bushnell Tour Hybrid. And this, my friends, is one impressive device. It has so many features packed into here. I hope I don't miss any of them as I'm telling you about them. So let's start with the basics. We'll show you the rest of what's in the box here momentarily. The basics are that this is a solid, sturdy, hefty device. It does come with the magnetic bite built into it, so you can stick that right to the rail of the cart if you're using it in a cart. Those are the basics. You know, the slope of this Tour Hybrid. The slope is on and off with this switch here on the side. That's not a surprise. That's how most of them are. The A1 Slope is kind of the exception to that rule. And now we get into the technology of it. I think you understand the basics. You're going to hit the blue button to get your target acquired. If it's on the flag, you'll get the jolt, you'll see the red light up, and you'll know you have the flag target. But this hybrid takes all of that a step further, because not only do you get the number to your target, but this is equipped with built-in GPS. You don't have to connect to anything else. You don't have to connect to an app to download a course. You just have to start using it when you get to the course, like power it on by pressing the blue button. And once you do that, the internal GPS grabs the info for the course where you're playing. And now, every time you use the blue button, you are seeing the distance to your target, but you are also seeing in a separate level of the viewfinder front, middle, and back distances because of the GPS that's built in. So you'll get the specific number to your target with the blue button, and then you will get the front, middle, and back numbers from the GPS that's built in. And by the way, it progresses with you hole by hole as you make your way through the golf course. You don't have to do these things manually to keep current with the measurements. It's absolutely stunning. And by the way, this also does connect to a free Bushnell app, so that you can also see the full color depictions in 3D of the hole that you're playing if you want to do that. It's an astounding bit of technology. It's very solid. This one does have a battery. It comes with your first battery, and you've all seen these batteries over the years. You know exactly what they are. I'll pull it out here so we can show it to you, because I can't recall the exact specs of what the battery is, but there's your power. That's going to last you for, my goodness, probably a full season. This Tour Hybrid is kind of on the opposite end of the cost range than the A1 Slope. I'm going to recommend the Tour Hybrid for those who are really serious about this. And there you have, my friends, a quick flyover of the Tour Hybrid and the A1 Slope from Bushnell. Hopefully the introduction that we have given you helps you make a decision as to which rangefinder is best for you. Make sure you check out the description below so that we can save you a couple bucks with our links. And please hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun here on the Michigan Golf Live channel. We'll see you next time.